Like you feel so right until like people are telling you you're so wrong, No dip, like why am I saying that out loud? Yes, I'm dumb. Um, Basically, I've been like doing this thing repeatedly where when I have an opinion about somebody's interest or what they do, I decide to like literally just show disdain towards it. Whether it's like not making fun of what they're doing, but like just kind of like showing like, oh wow, like you do that, it's kind of weird, like, and I'll just give them like a reason why what they're doing is like mad lame. And at first I was like, I'm not doing it to be weird, right? I'm doing it because, if you're doing something that I know negative things about, I'm just gonna tell you. It's just a habit I have. But I'm like, I now know that it's like weird to like do that. Like I know that's like crazy, but like if you're constantly being told all the negative things about the things that you love, no matter what it is, like that's not cool, like especially if you're doing it unprompted, or you're doing it because nobody asked you to. Like I feel like, and I feel like that is kind of lame, like. But I'm gonna give you an example. I had a conversation with somebody about like Roblox games and like just kind of how like Roblox games are really like they're just cash grabs, and they're like farming playtime for money, and like the updates are like, I don't know, like it's very the state of Roblox right now is really bad, like with child safety and just the content just being pumped out on the front page. It just isn't, in my opinion, the best. I mean, I think it's the best it's ever been, if that makes sense, but it's also like really bad because the games that are coming out are really like high quality sometimes, but there's also some games that are just like steal a brain rot, or like Adopt Me, or like they Grow a Garden, and like there's just some games where it's just like, what, bro? Like, what are you playing that game for? But like when I'm talking to them about this thing, I'm like, oh, you play whatever, Grow a Garden. Well, why are you playing that game? You're like 20 years old. You're like so and so years old. Why are you farming Roblox? Why are you spending hundreds of dollars on Roblox? Why are you doing that? And like, maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. That's not really like the focus. That's just weird to do, which is like what I'm learning now. Like I understand it now. Like it just feels so weird because like, like it really is a weird thing when you see somebody like with like an unhealthy obsession, or not, even if it's not an unhealthy obsession, they spend hours on hours playing like a game on Roblox that's like either meant for children or like meant to farm hours and meant to farm your like collecting habits. I have a friend that different friend that whenever we hop on a game, we just like, his goal is to collect like as many items as he can. Not really mastering them, just more of like having them, And like I just don't understand that. But I think that's the fine thing to have. But like when you constantly play games where that's the whole focus and it's on Roblox, I just feel like it's like so weird. Because games live and games die so quickly on Roblox. Like you can stop playing Adopt Me in like a mere second. It takes one update that you don't like, or one update that people just want to fall off of, and they just don't play that game ever again. I remember back in the day where people play like this game called Grand Prix Online, just one piece Roblox game, and hours on hours people are grinding for fruit, paying $200 for like a fruit notifier and more, just for like the game to die. The game has like, who knows, like less than 5K players now. You spent $200 on a game you don't play anymore, and it's not on Roblox. Like, damn, bro. And like, we're not young anymore, like we're grown. I'm 20, so it just feels weird. I feel like I have to show you, I have to I have to essentially bully you when I see you like feeding into that type of like, media. But that, like I said, that's weird. That's genuinely undeniably weird. If somebody wants to spend their money on something, let them. I have to get that through my brain. It's just like, I don't know. It's like a weird epiphany to have where you're like, wow, telling people that their habits are bad or is like that. Is that weird? Like, and yes, it is. Like it is. Like I get it. I understand it now. My mindset, if you don't understand what my mindset is towards it, um, I don't know. If I see you doing something that is clearly unhealthy or clearly like a waste of time, like I just tell you not to do that, you know, and I give you reasons on like why you shouldn't be doing that. But what I have to understand is that when people do things, you know, they don't want to be told like all the negative things from somebody over and over and over again. Like a few times, maybe, you know, eating fast food, and no one's like, "Oh, that's not really good for you." Okay, then like you're eating like your tenth McDonald's meal, and I'm like, "Oh, you're eating McDonald's again, man? Come on, man! Like I told you over 35 times, you know, like they don't want to hear that. It's not about whether I'm right or wrong. It's more about like that's not the that's weird, you know, like that's not really cool. Like I feel like that's just a waste of energy because all I do is argue when it comes to that. Like I've never ended an argument with like, "Yo, you're feeding into this bad habit. You're feeding into this bad company," and then they end up stopping from me saying that. We always have to argue about it, and I have to like prove my point. But I started the argument because I'm the one bringing up, whatever. They didn't ask me to bring it up. I inserted myself into their like hobby, and now I'm commenting on it. That's kind of weird. Like, and I'm weird for doing that. Uh, I don't know. That's all I wanted to talk about. And yeah.